Julie and other lovely viewers as well. I've been wanting to remember to do this one for months, and so here it finally is, the sick book tag. I saw Allie of Allie Reads Books do this months ago, and then I was like, oh, I want to do a response to this, and then I just kept putting it off. So I'm going to start today, but I will link below to Allie's channel, and you should go watch hers. Watch her sick book tag because it has Guapo's little brother. She has a little Pedro Chihuahua in the background, and also plus she's really good at recommending books and talking about books without giving stuff away. Like, I read stuff if she says to read stuff. Like, I'm reading Legend right now by Marie Lu, just because she said to, and she was right. But don't talk to me about that book yet in the comments because I'm not done with it and I don't want any spoilers, okay? Please? Thank you. Number one is a book that gives you cavities, a book that is so sweet. They call it Diabetes. And I couldn't think of a book that was really sweet in a bad way, which is kind of how I think they were supposed to be talking about this, but a book that's really sweet in a good way is Anna and the French Kiss, and I told Allie the other day, I think that should be like everybody's summer book. I should reread it. I should reread it on the plane. What? Then next is Chickenpox, and that's a book that you read once and then you don't read again, and usually I give books second chances because maybe I was like in a cranky mood when I read it or just wasn't in that mindset. But for me, I think I'm gonna have to say 1984. I had already read The Handmaid's Tale by Margaret Atwood, and to me that was like, whoa, scary dystopian future, and you know, maybe that's because I'm a lady and that seems a little bit, but 1984 to me, you probably love it, sorry, is just, it's like really dull, and then it's like one exciting part, and then it's kind of dull again. Next is my Influenza book, and that's supposed to be one that just spreads everywhere, and I picked The Fault in Our Stars, and this is like the best case scenario if you get the flu. You want this to spread to you because everybody loves this book. You have Fault in Our Stars. It really is so good and so beautiful, and I can't read it again though because I can't take it. Like, I've read it once. I don't see how people reread that because... However, perfect segue, because speaking of rereading, the next one is The Cycle, and like, I'm all over this one. I love rereading my favorite books. It is the best thing to do. Obviously reread my Harry Potters lots of times. Another book I've reread a lot of times is Wicked, and this one I think you have to reread a couple times to really fully get into it, but yeah, that's my thing. I love rereading my favorite books, so I could go on forever about this one, but I won't. The next one is a book that gave you insomnia, a book that you just couldn't put down, and I have to say The Hunger Games. Like, it had been a long time since I got really into a book. Like, I liked the books I was reading, but it wasn't like, oh my god. And then one of my brilliant students was reading Mockingjay, and I was like, what is this book? I think I've seen this around a couple times. And she's like, you know, it's just a young adult novel, but actually no, it's not just, and you won't be able to put it down. And then I started reading The Hunger Games, and I was like, oh, you were so right. So, have to thank Miss Stephanie for that one. The next one is Amnesia, like a book that just really didn't leave any lasting impression on you, and for me, that was Clockwork Angel, the first of the Infernal Devices series, and I'm sorry guys, maybe it's just I can't get into any of the Cassandra Clare things. I couldn't get into City of Bones either. I don't know, I guess I'm just not compatible with her writing style, and please don't throw things at me. The next one is Asthma, and that's a book that just took your breath away, and this is my recommendation. Please, please, please go read Neil Gaiman's new book that just came out, The Ocean at the End of the Lane. Of course I knew it was going to be good because of Neil Gaiman, and Neil Gaiman is honestly my favorite author, but look at this. First of all, beautiful, beautiful cover, and it's got like the torn edge pages, just so precious, but actually I read it on my Kindle so that I could keep this all pretty. But it was so good. I read it in one sitting, and I'm already ready to read it again, so please read it. Okay, I'm actually skipping one. I couldn't think of anything for malnutrition, but Travel Sickness is the last one, and it's one that took you to another time or another place kind of thing, and I picked The Girl Who, I gotta read it, The Girl Who Fell Beneath Fairyland and Led the Revels There, and it is the second in the series. I've already told you to read The Girl Who The Girl Who Circumnavigated Fairyland in a Ship of Her Own Making, but this is a sequel, and you've got to read them both. Both of them are so good about like drawing you into that world. I don't know if that's what this part of the tag meant, but that's what I'm taking it as, plus the covers and all the illustrations inside are really cool. Please read this. I keep begging you to read this. Have you read it yet? Well, let me know if you've read any of those. Let me know if you've read Neil Gaiman's new book yet, and go watch Allie's videos because yay. And Jilly and other lovely viewers as well. I will talk to you later.